Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to have a look at the industry's behaviour in City Skylines, specifically the industry's DLC behaviour. Now this is a test city I created just for the purposes of this investigation, let's call it. So there's an unimaginative grid system here, don't need to worry too much about it, mostly residential, bit of commercial, little office, but that's for another video. But the main focus is this farm area here. Now what I'm testing should apply to most industries, and the thing I'm focusing most on here is, the example is here. We have this particular production, this field, they're full of crops. But that one that just disappeared a second ago, let's use this one instead then. This milking parlour, they're out of crops. But these are full. These are saying there's not enough buyers. These are empty. They don't have materials. So that's an obvious problem, isn't it? We are definitely producing enough. Let me just go here. So we're producing currently 146 tons, 120 tons. It's just changed. But the main takeaway point is this number is a lot bigger than that number plus this number. So these two are the consumptions for crops. So about 45 tons consumption at the moment. I'm producing 120. More than double. There should be... So these getting full may be understandable. These being empty, not understandable. Why is it not getting from here to here? That is the big question. Am I doing something silly? This has plagued me all throughout in the time I've been playing City Skylines. I only started about a couple of years ago, so I'm relatively new at this. If you can call 2 years relatively new. And I've always had this going on and I just kind of ignored it. But then I thought, what would it take to fix this? And I think I might have the solution. It's warehouses. And now, I'm sure like me, you might have put down one warehouse for each good type and it doesn't really help. Let's just do that and just see what happens. It would help if I remember where they are. Here we are. So this one's a bit too big to fit in this area. This one, actually, right, we'll go with a small warehouse. We could, what's the capacity? 250,000. The large 400 and the, I don't know, what's that one? The medium, sorry, is 400. And the large 750. So a large is 750, this is 250. A large is worth about 3 of these, just to keep it in mind. But for now, this is all I can reasonably fit. So let's just put a few of these down, and I say a few because we got more than one good type in operation. So we have, what do we have? We have the crops being produced here. The crops here are turning into animal produce. Same here. And was there another one? We got flour. Where's the flour mill? Am I being blind? There's a flour mill. So crops are being turned into flour at this particular site. So this one seems okay at the moment, but let's build one warehouse type for each. One small warehouse for each. Crops, flour, meat. So I'm going to try to put them somewhat in the vicinity of where they're consumed. So we'll have one there. We'll have one there. So that will take care of flour and meat production. And I'll put one a bit further down here. Actually, let's go in the middle-ish. And we'll make this one crops. Am I being blind? I'm an idiot. Right, I'll fix that in a second. So we'll do the meat and the other one here first. So animal products. Sorry, animal products, not meat. Animal products. And flour. Now, you might have seen this setting before, balance, fill, empty. I've tried setting it low, tried setting it high, didn't really seem to help. This one I've made a mistake on. I'm going to just temporarily move it over here for later use. It's not going to be in use for now. So, my mistake was, to store the raw material, you don't use a warehouse. You have to go back to the industry tab for farming, here, and then we scroll to the end, and we have, not the slaughterhouse... where is it? Oh, these things. So large grain silo, 600,000. Large barn, 500,000. So the large grain silo seems to hold the most per unit. So we'll put We'll just put one down just to see what happens. I kind of know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to put one down for now. Let's just leave this running for now. So the small warehouse, it's filling up a little bit, little bit of consumption there. Flour is empty. So is the flour, okay, the flour is in use and the factory here is full of flour. So maybe the flour wasn't the best example. That I only have one, well, I only have two production. Okay, got a little bit here. So they seem to be adequate to feed this at the moment. But let's just look at the crops and the animal products. So still not enough products. Look at all the traffic here. Look at that traffic. Everyone's trying to dump their crops into here. This will fill up in no time if we just have a look at it now. Game is on maximum speed. And you can also see it does cause a bit of traffic, but none of these are full now, at least. Again, keeping in mind that these between them should be producing. Okay, that one's a bit full. That one's a bit full. So you can dump it into there, and now they're not full. Okay, so let's just see what happens when this gets full. 60%, nearly, is slowly getting there. Nicely filling up. Again, traffic chaos. I'll get back to that in a moment. It's unrelated to this video. Did you see the garbage sign there? I even put a recycling plant right next door. Well, practically next door. And I still get the garbage sign popping up here, even though 2 out of 15. They can send out as many garbage trucks as they like. So I don't know why the garbage keeps building up there, but it does. Anyway, back to here, 73%. It's taking a little bit longer than I expected. And it went down then. I guess they just took out a load to feed the rest. I'm going to jump ahead of myself a little bit here. My theory is problems with goods distribution can be solved by having enough warehouses and storage in general. So that includes silos like this. When I say enough, more than one. So that is what I'm testing here. So how are we doing up here? Small warehouse. Okay, we got some flour. This warehouse, animal products, it was quite full. It went down a bit. I guess they just made another shipment. Keep in mind as well, of course, excess can be exported off map as well as being consumed locally. So this factory, this bakery is... Oh, they just had a delivery of animal products there. Crops getting a bit low again. Traffic here seems to have calmed down, but look at this. It's quite full. The interesting thing is... Oh, spoke too soon. Here we are. They just had a delivery. Just took a second. So we are still getting some gaps in the delivery here with the crops. So this is now full. Near enough. They're going. These vans, lorries, are going to be delivering goods faster than this. Well, this is full now. It's going to stay practically full from now on. So we're still getting, this is what I was looking for, we're still getting crops shortage here. We had a crop shortage there, they just had a delivery. Is anyone delivering to these two? Come on. Okay, all three of these have gone now. But this is full. 25 freight trucks, I don't know where they are, but they're not going here. So as I was saying, my theory is, if I build not just one of these, but multiple of these, the vehicles don't become the limiting factor. Like most things in this game, if you ever see the number of vehicles hit maximum, it means you don't have enough capacity. That's the very short version. So if I look on the flour, 5 out of 20, tons of vehicle space. Meat products, getting a bit high, but I keep saying meat, animal products, same difference. Let's turn this to animal products as well, if I click the right part. So this will take a little bit while to reach equilibrium. Now my theory here is, I need more of these. I don't know how many more, but I need more. So because they are quite big traffic generators, I'm going to space them out a bit. Actually, let's put some on that side as well. So they're not too close together, just to spread the traffic out a little bit. So we'll try 4 for now in total. So we got the original one. And we have some more. So these will take a bit of time to fill up again. And right now they're not using that many trucks. Look at that traffic. It'll stabilise. Give it some time. Forgot to mention earlier, this is just vanilla game, no mods other than the ones that come with the game. I've turned on unlimited money, so I don't have to worry about that, although I'm making a good profit at the moment anyway. And I've also turned on unlimited oil and ore, even though I'm not using them yet, because I just, maybe as a follow-up video, I'll double check whatever I find with the farming will also work with them. So it's something for later. Now, I do have a train station here, a cargo station even, and did they just import a load of stuff? That's something else we can keep an eye on. We're importing nearly a quarter of, whoa, we're importing a bucket load of crops. That is not intended. It'll balance itself out eventually. I think it's because I built a load of these, of course. They came empty. And when you sit it on balance, it tries to keep it about half full, or is it half empty? So that's 50%, that's 50%, that is just above 50%, and that is above 50%, 70 odd percent. So we'll just give it a moment. Now the thing to watch out for here is, notice, trucks in use, 8 out of 25. As it goes down to 6. This one, 12 out of 25, about half. This one, none. And this one, none. So maybe I overdid this a little bit. But if I zoom out a little bit as well, what else do you notice? No one is short on crops. They're not short on crops, they're okay on crops, they're okay on crops. Everyone is okay on resources. And that is, I think, the takeaway I was trying to look for. What does it take to make industry work and make sense in this vanilla game? And I think it is adequate storage. Oh, that's fire. I was thinking then, we've got a fire station here, so that'll, yeah, that's not a problem. Yep. So as I was saying, that looks like that is the solution. It's that simple. So all the times in the past when I had problems with like, all the fields can't work because they're saturated in goods, and then you have all these saying like we have no stuff, and you think like, why is the stuff not getting from here to here? It's the storage that works as like the glue, the transportation. So we got, okay, this one has been really busy at the moment. So that's why I built, well, in part why I built 4. So we have a bit of overcapacity. So if this one becomes unable to service need here, we still got plenty of capacity here, plenty of capacity here. Maybe the game could do a little bit better with balance. I suspect they have a fill order that is based on either or both of proximity or build order. So it might not be build order exactly, because I built this one first, as you saw earlier in the stream. I'm too used to streaming at the moment. I'm making this for YouTube, but you know what I mean. So this is the first one I built, and it's not full. This is not the first one I built. That's the second one, wasn't it? So maybe because it's in closer proximity to where these fields are, they're going to this one more so than this one. But these are relatively empty as well, so why are they going to this one in particular? I don't know. It's one of the mysteries of the game, I may never know. But the bottom line is, since building all these warehouses, none of these have said they are either stuck with too much goods or too little goods. And that's the main takeaway point. If we go back here as well, notice, well, import, after the initial rush, import 0, which is a good thing. We should be producing as much of this as we need locally. We shouldn't be relying on imports. Especially because I'm overproducing. The raw goods not worth a huge amount, so you want a nice little surplus, I feel like. You don't want to be exactly the right amount, because any small fluctuations might push it over and bad things happen. So a slight excess capacity means you're slightly you export the excess. It's fine. Doing fine on flour, we're doing fine on animal products. That's it. And if we look on these, the same principle applies. If your warehouses are not maxing out, you should be fine. And so that's a flour one, that's animal products, that's animal products. So this animal products is full and all the vehicles are in use. This one is not full and we got vehicle capacity. I think that is the thing to watch out for in this game, which is for a given warehouse type, you don't want all the warehouses to be at capacity. You might get some local congestion, let's call it. So like if this one is full, and if I built this one like really far away, it might not be efficient. So you have to have it roughly proximate either to the consumption or the source. I don't know, maybe that's a future video idea to test out. Like if I built this factory far away, would the warehouse be best put next to the production, or would it be best put next to the consumption, or in between? I don't know. So that is something else that could be investigated, but I think my main point is made. Again, if you have sufficient storage for the goods in progress, Industries DLC seems to work. And that's it. I will leave it there. Thanks for watching and see you next time. And unless you have any questions, drop it in comments. But bye for now.